Since the allegations, Martinez has not been able to attend classes that would further his career. He has also been demoted to a night shift jailer from a patrol officer. Police Chief Warman has denied any comment. Just days ago, 2 houses sat on the lots behind me, but on Saturday morning, those houses were lifted up onto wheels and moved 1 block over to Beach Street. The entire process took over 8 hours. Thanks, Ward. A former Harris County priest made quite the impression in court this morning when he showed up in his clerical garments. This, of course, is after images of child pornography were found on his computer back in January. With Baldwin-Wallace's new smartphone app, students can check their grades, see what's going on around campus for that day, and even see what's on the menu for dinner, all at just the touch of a button. With the recent Nerf gun incident on campus a couple of weeks ago and the slow response of the CAT-safe emergency system, many students and parents are left wondering, how safe is CAT-safe? Doctors say that heat-related illnesses and death are up this year from the scorching hot temperatures, so it's important to stay hydrated while outside. Recently, Baldwin-Wallace decided to join other schools in the area like Otterbein and change their name from Baldwin-Wallace College to Baldwin-Wallace University. The change will become effective on July 1st. With back-to-school season in full swing, parents and students are on the hunt for that perfect computer. But why spend thousands of dollars on a brand new one when you can get a refurbished computer for just a fraction of the cost? An Humboldt police officer decided to take action into his own hands when he caught a superior cheating on a test last year. Now he is being punished.
If you've got the top of the police cheating on tests, what message does that send?
12-year veteran police officer Joe Martinez has filed a civil rights suit against the city of Humboldt and 2 of his superior officers. The complaint says that Assistant Chief Curtis Mills allowed a female detective at the department to take a test in his name.
It's very obvious. Joe's picking up the exams, and he looks, and the handwriting on these 2 are the same, and he knows that's not the chief's handwriting. It's the same as this detective's handwriting.
Since April, Department Chief Gary Warman and Mills have retaliated against Martinez.
He made the report anonymously to TCLOS, but it didn't take long at all for Chief Mills to figure out who had reported him.
Since the allegations, Martinez has not been able to attend classes that would further his career. He has also been demoted to a night shift jailer from a patrol officer. Police Chief Warman has denied any comment.
It's absurd. You take one of the most productive officers off the street and you put him on a jail at night.
Allegedly, Warman and Mills cited that Martinez failed to meet the 2-a-day quota for writing tickets. But according to statistics, Martinez has the best arrest record of any patrol officer at the department.
His record on paper, it just doesn't depend on my word or his word, is outstanding. It's amazing. He's done a lot of extra service for the department.
And in spite of it all, Martinez just wants his old position back.
He doesn't want to leave Humboldt. He lives in Humboldt. He loves that department.
According to Martinez and Harris, no disciplinary action has been taken towards Mills or the female officer for cheating on the test. Kelly Brucker, 13 Eyewitness News. Everyone enjoys a beautiful summer day in Houston, but with Houston's scorching temperatures becoming even hotter, when are those temperatures too hot? With summer already well into August, those sizzling temperatures should be cooling down. But that doesn't seem to be the case, with temperatures lately crawling up into the hundreds. Temperatures that hot can make it unbearable to be outside.
Kind of feels like you're in the oven.
But Houston resident David Webb just wants to get his daily run in, even if it means doing it in this heat.
I have an opportunity to do it now, so that's my window to do it. So if I don't do it now, I won't be able to do it later.
Running in temperatures like that can not only be unbearable, but unsafe.
You're gaining heat from the fact that the ambient temperature is so high that it is overwhelming your body's ability to dissipate heat.
Doctors say that heat-related illnesses and death are up this year from the scorching hot temperatures, so it's important to stay hydrated while outside.
So drinking things that are sport drinks are fine, water is also fine, but keeping enough hydration so that you're making urine regularly.
To avoid heat-related illnesses in these temperatures, doctors say the best thing to do is just to stay inside. Houston resident Courtney Anders found a tastier way to stay cool at Pachugo's Gelato.
I think with ice cream, it's like because it's cold, it's like easier to cool off. Like you're inside and you're eating something cool.
Having a cool treat is a great alternative to spending a day in this heat. But if you're like David and just have to get your run in, it's important to take some precautions.
Try to wear light clothing that won't absorb the sun. Try to have a hat on to keep the sun off of your head. Try to take frequent breaks.
If you begin to feel dizzy or lightheaded while outside, go inside immediately and drink some water. Kelly Brucker, 13 Eyewitness News.
Kelly?
Thanks, Ward. A former Harris County priest made quite the impression in court this morning when he showed up in his clerical garments. This, of course, is after images of child pornography were found on his computer back in January.
Stephen Burke has been charged with 2 counts of possession of child pornography after over 10 pictures of undressed underage girls were found on his computer at St. Anthony the Great Antiochian Orthodox Church in Spring. Court documents show that police were informed about the pictures after Burke's computer was having technical difficulties and undergoing repairs.
They had an IT technician look at the computer, and when he looked at the computer trying to find the file that was deleted that should make it print, he came across all kinds of images that looked to be child pornographic to him.
After the pictures were discovered back in January, Burke was removed as the priest at St. Anthony's, which leaves many wondering why exactly he showed up to court in his clerical garments today. Defense attorney Kim Ogg says this could act against him in court.
The danger that this defendant risks is creating a false impression, not just with court personnel, but should he continue wearing the attire indicating that he's active in the priesthood throughout trial, he'll create a false impression with the jury that then will make his status as a priest relevant.
Burke was taken into custody outside his home in Spring on Wednesday evening after the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force has been forensically examining the computer and the alleged images since January. Officials say that Burke has not been able to give an explanation for the images and that he has been a very uncooperative witness.
You have to remember, individuals who do this kind of thing, individuals who have a predilection for children, are going to place themselves in a situation where they have close access to children.
Today was Burke's first appearance in court. He remains free on a $20,000 bond. Kelly Brucker, 13 Eyewitness News.